Markets move. The world takes notice. This is NextMoney Signal, your daily briefing for those who make financial moves that matter.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to pull out the key bits of knowledge from, well, some pretty interesting sources, and do it fast so you get what you need.
Exactly. Quick and thorough.
So today, we're digging into this private equity figure, right? Sold 76 companies.
Yeah, 76 companies for, what was it, $1.27 billion back in 2019. That number just jumps out.
It really does. And our goal here is to figure out, okay, how did he pull that off? And also, he had some strong opinions on who's actually cut out for entrepreneurship.
Which is always a fascinating question.
Definitely. So if you want those insights without, wading through tons of stuff, you're in the right place.
Right, let's get into it. That number, 1.27 billion collected, it's just massive.
It's staggering. And you'd think it's all about, I don't know, nonstop hustle or maybe just incredible luck.
Well, that's the common narrative, isn't it? But his explanation was different.
Yeah, he put it really simply. I don't run businesses, I run systems. Okay, hold on. What does that actually mean?
Right.
Running systems versus running businesses.
It's a mindset shift, fundamentally. So instead of getting lost in the weeds of every single company, the day-to-day fires,
Right.
the focus is on creating processes, repeatable, scalable processes you can use across different companies.
Like a blueprint.
Exactly like a blueprint, one you can refine and then just apply over and over.
And this wasn't just talk, right? He was supposedly running 86 companies at the same time. That sounds, well, almost unbelievable.
It does sound like a lot. But according to him, the key wasn't being some kind of Superman, it was those systems.
Okay, so what did these systems look like?
He talked about them being data-driven, so decisions based on numbers, not gut feelings alone.
Makes sense.
People-powered, meaning you have teams who are empowered, who take ownership.
Right, delegation.
Critical, and really clear on process. Everything well-defined, written down, so it's structure, information, teamwork, clear rules, not just one person trying to juggle everything.
Which ties into his kind of contrarian view on focus.
Yeah.
Everybody tells you to focus on one thing.
Yeah, and he follows that up with, that just means they don't understand systems. It's a bold statement.
It really is.
Yeah.
Because the standard advice is always niche down, focus, focus, focus.
But his logic, if you follow it, is that if your systems are good enough, they do the heavy lifting. They provide the structure, the guidance. That frees up leadership to think strategically across multiple ventures.
So it's like, I don't know, the anti-guru playbook or something.
Right.
Scale through systems, through delegation, not just pure brute force effort.
That's a good way to put it, yeah. The usual narrative really emphasizes the grind, the hustle. His model seems to be more about building the machine that amplifies the effort you do put in.
Which does make you wonder, can you really just hustle your way to that kind of massive scale without the structure underneath?
It's a very good question, and maybe that leads into his other point, the one about who's actually built for this.
Oh yeah, that was quite direct. He basically said, not everyone's built for entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Most people just aren't willing to grind at that level. That could rub some people the wrong way.
It's blunt, for sure. But maybe, just maybe, the grind he means isn't only about working 100-hour weeks.
What else could it be?
Well, think about the systems again. Building those, refining them, that's hard work. It's often tedious, unglamorous work. Maybe that's the grind he's talking about, the grind of creating the structure, not just operating within it.
Okay, so the grind isn't just effort, it's structured system-building effort.
Possibly. It connects back. That kind of foundational work is what enables the scaling, what builds, significant wealth, according to this perspective.
So the big takeaway isn't just work hard, it's build the framework. Real wealth, his argument suggests, has structure. It's engineered, not just stumbled upon through sheer effort.
Exactly right. The source really pushes this idea that behind the big numbers, there's this infrastructure of systems, often unseen, but absolutely crucial.
So wrapping this up a bit.
Yeah.
This mogul scaled massively by building robust systems, which let him manage many companies instead of just one or two. And he suggests that the willingness to do the hard yards, specifically building those scalable systems, is what sets successful entrepreneurs apart.
It's a compelling model, and it leaves us with a thought, perhaps for you listening.
Yeah.
How could you apply this idea, this concept of systems thinking? Not necessarily starting 86 companies, but in your own work, your own life. What frameworks could you build to be more effective, maybe achieve more scale, whatever that means for you?
That's a great point. What systems could you build? Something definitely worth mulling over.